What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it. All right, it is the 26th day of June. Brand new day here, 22 hours, 15 minutes left in the day. And here we are. I feel like a broken record, man. Here we are, $2.20. We've been here before, I swear. It's like we've been here predominantly for about a month now. And even before that, we were in this range for a good bit as well. There is some good news, though. I do think that we're going to be moving up here pretty soon. Looking at the daily RSI, of course, things do look very bullish, bouncing off the areas that we found support at before. We found support at in recent history, and even before that, right, finding support right above the oversold zone back here. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, first off, I just want to say I think this is a very bullish phase of consolidation in itself, right? I think that this is actually exactly what you want to see. This is a really good look in itself. I wouldn't expect that if we were to break out from here, I wouldn't expect that we break out to the downside, that we do break out to the upside. But do keep in mind, we could move lower. We could perhaps move down and find support right here at about $2.13, right at the base here. We're still in this range overall. I'm not worried about it at all. And if we were to do something like that, it'd be over before it began. You know, it'd be a very, very short-lived experience. Looking at the 1 hour RSI here, it looks like it's in a bit of a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, and that whole thing. But the price, it's really not in a downtrend. It's just moving sideways. It's kind of moving up even. You've got higher lows coming into here. Higher lows with lower lows in the RSI is bullish. It's not bearish. I want to look at this on Coinbase real quick. Let's see, Coinbase here. Looking at it on Coinbase. All right, for the volume, sorry. We are losing volume. We're at low levels of volume right now, and that does tell me that we are soon to break out one way or the other. Whichever direction we go, you want to see volume backing that up. So if we move down like this again, but there's not a whole lot of volume, even a little spike like this, that's not volume. I'm talking about something that's a little bit more than this, probably something in line with what we had over here. If we start to see levels of volume like that come in, that'll validate whatever direction we break out to. If we are to break out to the downside, and I'm not saying we can't, but I just don't think we will, from a low to a high, let's see. Should I take that high? I want to take this high because that's like the main part of the move. These are like fake out highs. If we are to break out of this to the downside and $2.13 doesn't hold, I think $2.10, $2, I think $2 would hold as support. I don't think we go below $2 again, you guys. We're probably never going to see XRP below $2 again, like ever. Ever in its life. Ever. If you're one of the people who nutted up and you bought below $2, understand that that's like a badge of honor, okay? If you've got your XRP that you bought below $2, move it into a vault. Don't touch it. And then you could be like, this is XRP that I bought below $2 right here. And someday very soon, and in the distant future as well, that will be a very impressive thing. In the near future and the distant future. But 1 hour time frame here kind of looks like you want to go up, honestly. I mean, you've had the opportunity to go down. You're finding support in the same area you've been finding support at, getting overbought consistently. If you were to go lower, it's not a big deal. I would think, again, if you do go lower, I don't think that you go below $2. You probably don't even go, let's see. You probably don't even go like below $2.08, honestly. But whenever you do move up, which should be soon, you should be seeing a 4 hour candle close above $2.21. When a 4 hour candle closes above $2.21, that's how you know you are making strides higher. Okay, whenever we get that, that could be this candle, that could be the next candle. 4 hour RSI rejecting the overbought zone, but finding support at the 60, that's a pretty bullish circumstance to be in, you guys. It's actually very, very bullish indeed. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if we did make a run up to the overbought zone right here. And again, this kind of consolidation is actually very bullish. Whenever you move up like this and then you just move sideways, that's a very bullish phase of consolidation. You tend to continue moving in the direction that brought you into this sideways moving pattern, right? Like here, you moved down and you had a sideways movement, very bearish. You went down lower, right? Here you went down, you moved sideways, and you went up. That doesn't help. That's not part of the equation there. But sometimes it goes in the opposite direction. That happens too. We could move down. It is possible, but I don't think we're going to. We're in a very bullish posturing here on the 4 hour RSI. Looking at the daily time frame here. Again, I think getting above 221 on a 4 hour time frame or higher would provide a breakout. Looking at this here, consolidating above the 382 like this is actually very bullish. Typically, whenever you move up from a low, you move up to the 382, and you come down to the 236, and then you rip to the golden ratio. Whenever you do stuff like this doesn't mean that you have to rip through the golden ratio. But typically, the only times that you do, this doesn't mean you have to rip through the golden ratio. Be very understanding of what I'm saying here. The only times that you really do tear through the golden ratio on the first attempt is when you don't pull back to the 236. Does that make sense? You're not doing it here. At least not yet. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4 days that you've been interacting with this area and you haven't done it yet. Normally it's a pretty quick thing that you do. You haven't done it yet. I don't think you will. There's a very solid chance that by the end of the month, XRP, you're at $2.55, $2.40, sorry, $2.47, $2.55 or higher. I'm thinking you will be around this high, if not breaking out of there, you guys. And there's also a very solid chance that we will see a $3 price or higher still by the end of this month of June. We have 5 days left, including today. It's really like 4 days and 22 hours left. Tomato, whatever. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw a little pump. How much would that be from here, from the current price? Something that's more than 10%, 13% or more, 16%, and potentially something on the lines of like a 30 to a 50% pump by the end of this month over the next 5 days very well could happen. So, and if it doesn't happen by the end of the month, July, it's going to happen. And then even more than that in July, you're going to continue to run. July is going to be a month like October, November was for XRP, right? November, sorry, not October, November, like November was. I think that we're going to see a month that is over 100% in growth for XRP, probably even hundreds of percentages in growth for XRP. Whenever we make these moves, oh, is this right? This is right. Yes, okay. Sorry, for some reason I thought there was more to this chart. Whenever we make these moves, I mean, you can see in XRP's history when you move up, even here, last cycle where we didn't see new all-time highs, 180% in a month. Here, 125%, 177. Full-blown bullish, 750%, 370. And I mean, to be completely fair, I know this might seem crazy, but I don't think it's crazy, man. This candle might be the most appropriate candle to compare to when it comes to what we should expect. And I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but it's not. Let me tell you why. You look at this candle here, 284, 143, 374. Those are nice candles. Those are fantastic. If XRP does that in 1 month, that's fantastic. But this candle here eclipsed all of them, 746. Nothing even came close to that, right? This one, at the best, was like half that, right? Here, 283. What if that was half? What if we see a move that's like 540% by the end of this next month? I think we will. What if that's what we see in July? And the reason why I'm comparing what's going to happen in July to this candle here is if you look at the monthly RSI, you were very overbought here. You came down, you found support right here, and then you came up again and had a very bullish finish. You consolidated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months and then moved up. Here you've consolidated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. And then you moved up. I'm just saying. Maybe even 6 months, depending on how you want to say it's been consolidating. But if we look at where the monthly RSI bounced, it's at the same exact level. Does this mean we have to move up fantastically? No. But coincidentally enough, it lines up with the targets that we have had this whole damn time, which is all the way up at about 13.5 cents. You guys remember back in December, the original call was like $8.37 to $10. Right, but as time went on, as we began to consolidate more, we only got more bullish. More consolidation equals more bullishness, right? That's what it equals. And this, very long time frame of consolidation, you had to move up overall. That was much larger than this 1 month, but a half year of consolidation provided you a month that was 746%. And again, I'm not saying that we're going to get 746%, but again, something that's twice as big as this, 280, that's 560%, right? Am I right? 560. If it's 283, it'd be like closer to 570, but whatever. 570% from the current price, you guys. That puts us at $14, right above the 1414, which is super typical, right? Let me explain, in case you've missed it over the months that I've said this. It's very common to find resistance right at the 1272. It's not common to find resistance below the 1414. It's much more common to wick above it and then come down below it. And again, just running with the idea of doubling the biggest month like we did here. That month right there was, in similar readings on the RSI, it doubled the biggest month of growth we had. That one right there is 283%. Double that, it's 536%. Or sorry, 566%, something like that. That puts us right above the 1414. It just makes a lot of sense to me, you guys. It makes a whole lot of sense, a heck of a lot of sense. And then tie it in with the obvious reality that XRP is in a more bullish posturing now than it's ever been in, right? Crypto reserve status in the United States. There are a lot of crypto related projects that accept XRP as forms of payment, right? And just products that aren't even related to crypto. You guys, I was looking at some stuff today. You can use XRP to buy real world things. Let's just leave it at that, right? That's the ultimate goal. And that's not going away, right? These established businesses, they're not taking XRP one day and then they're going to get rid of it the next day. That's a big deal, and I really do believe that you throw in the idea that you've been consolidating for multiple cycles, you're going to break out and see new all-time highs. You're not going to stop at the minimum target. So if you don't stop at the minimum target, where are you going to go? 13 to 14, maybe $15 by the end of July, if not sometime in August. That's my expectation. We're at 219 now. So I got nothing else for you guys. I really do appreciate you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care of yourselves and be patient, because this thing's going to be very explosive. It's going to happen so fast. Once it happens, it's going to be so obvious, right? Like right now, for anybody who's doubting it, it might be easy to doubt. But once it happens, you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, of course this is what happened. It consolidated for 2 cycles. All the fundamental value has only gone up in that time. Of course we would go see a miraculous move like this. Of course. People were telling me this for years and I just never believed it. But of course, it's going to make so much sense when it does happen. I don't know. I'm not speaking to the XRP army there, because I know you guys have the same conviction I do. But for any of the doubters out there, just be aware. It's might not seem obvious to you now, man, but it's going to be hindsight is 2020, and it really will be 20. It's going to be crystal clear vision once we're up there, man. You're going to be like, of course, this was always meant to be. Hopefully, you just don't FOMO. If you're doubting it now, hopefully once it rips, you just bravo, good job. You don't FOMO the top, right? Understand that you missed your chance. This is your last chance, really. We missed the chance to buy below $2, right? There's no more chances probably ever in XRP's existence. Nobody will ever, no human again will be able to buy XRP below $2 unless it becomes irrelevant sometime in the future. And at that point, it doesn't really matter. But I don't know, guys. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It'll probably never go below $2 again. Even if it becomes irrelevant, man, it's deflationary. It's a deflationary asset. The dollar is inflationary, infinitely inflationary. XRP is deflationary. It's only mathematically feasible that it will go up over time. Take care. Bye-bye. See you on the next one.